Hey there everyone, Spazzy Dragon here, aka Syndromes, and welcome to the first actual episode of our Crusader Kings 2 Let's Play, The Misadventures of Chief Just Trent of Suomi. So, in the previous episode, hopefully you watched it, we set up all of the game's little stuff. I talked about the pros and cons of the current situation that I had, and I also talked about why aren't we doing the Devil Worshipper, and since then I did join the Mod Designers Discord channel, and they informed me that it's not in yet. So the whole magic and mysticism part of CK2 is going to be re-added in this mod. And, you know, hopefully at some point we'll get to see it as we go through all the dooey-doo. So, before we start, I'm going to very quickly touch upon the whole idea right now. The CK2 is a grand strategy title which I have sank more than about 2,000 hours in. At the same time, I'm not really good at the game. For me, while you can conquer all of the known world, which is big. I really like CK2 for its kind of very funny storytelling, because a lot of the game is randomized. Hopefully you'll see that in just a moment. And especially if you set some sort of theme to it, it can get very interesting, and that's exactly what we did. In the previous poll, I asked you guys what you want to see, and you voted on the... Well, technically you voted on the Devil Worshipper, but since this mod does not have it, I had to fall back on the previous one. So we are going to be a nobleman in the... who is in... I don't know the term. So basically we are the vassal state of a grand noble, and the noble's name is High Chief Ihala of the noble house of Virtanen. So... this episode and this Let's Play is going to be with the following idea. Our chief, Trent, of the, well, our chief Just, of the house Trent, is the sworn vassal of this person. He basically owes everything to Chief Ihala, and so he has basically sworn on his... everything, including his honor and his house, that he will see the lieges rise to power, and that's exactly what we're going to do. We are going to be doing everything in our power to protect the noble house of Virtanen, and hopefully we're not going to die in the process, as we also try to keep our own territory under control, as our liege probably is going to expand with our help. We're going to vie for power with the other vassals, and basically we're going to have a very hard time. So that is the overall idea. In this first episode, before we actually... I actually forgot to start the timer. In this first episode, before we actually jump into the whole thing, I have to first... make sure that everything's ready in my court. So, my character is this. I started off with a wife. Her name is Thelviki. She has a pretty good... she sees me in pretty good way. She also has a child with me who is Avro Trent. So, that's the first thing I'm gonna do. Since the child is only 0 years, I can rename him. I can't rename grown-ups. And he is going to be King. Because I'm going to start just naming all of the kids after freelancer characters, that sounds like. So, King Trent. That is probably not what I exactly intended to do, but there we go. First things first, while I'm here, I'm going to set my... kid's focus. This is going to be his education focus. We can educate him in faith, in heritage, humility, etiquette. I'm gonna go with etiquette because that is going to give him either intrigue and diplomacy. So two of the things that are going to be very important for us, specifically for us as well, as we try to keep good relations with our liege, but there we go. So my character is a charismatic negotiator. I'm an excellent diplomat, impressive dignitaries, elegant dress, and whatever. He is also a socializer, so he is committed to be well-liked and spends most of his spare time in the company of others. So basically I'm trying to make this character as, you know, appealing to my liege as possible, because the game, as already said before, has a habit of assuming that if you are playing under someone other character, that you probably want to overthrow them and, you know, be top dog at some point. So, but that's not exactly what we want to do today. So with that in mind, I am going to pick a focus a little bit later, and it is going to be carousing. The problem with that is, in order to pick a character focus, my character needs at least 50 prestige, which we currently don't have. Our monthly income is only 0.20, so we will be hoping for some sort of random events, and we're going to be focusing on prestige, no matter what the cost is. But apart from that, yeah, that is it. So, let's actually take a look at our current court. Oh, these are a lot of people, and a lot of these people don't like me. First things first, we are going to take a look at our council. These are the people underneath the control of my character who help him administer his part of the realm. So, our liege controls all this territory, technically speaking, but I control this territory under him, so in his name. So in order to do that, I have a counselor, a marshal, a steward, a spymaster, and a diviner. The problem is that currently we don't actually have any people assigned for that, but first things first, I'm going to assign a spymaster, because a spymaster is going to help us not get axed off. The only problem is that my wife, who would be otherwise be a very good choice for this, is actually a very poor spymaster with a intrigue skill of 1. And all of the other people, they are not really suited for this, because apparently, well, yeah. So this guy is mostly malcontent because of his opinion. He's also a glory hound, etc., etc. So I think it's going to be better if we choose someone who is a decent person, but who is at the same time kind of like a pragmatist. So we're gonna go with this Christina, who is 16 years old, by the way. She is Midas touched. She is cynical. She's also craven, just like Trent is. Just like Just is. So they're paranoid, cruel, and craven. Yeah, that sounds like someone we totally want to run our spymaster business in. Did I mention I'm not really good at this game? Yeah. So none of these characters actually like me, mostly because the very short reign of my character, which kind of makes sense, I guess. I think what is going to happen... First of all, I'm going to very quickly check, do I have direct vassals? No, I don't have any vassals. These people are the only ones that I have. So I think what's going to happen is I'm actually going to tell all of these people to leave my court, because I don't need their help. Or at least, well, Mr. Chief Just does not need the help of these random people. The only problem is it is going to cost me gold to just kick all these people out. But that's how it goes. I'm just telling these people to leave. So who else is here? A courtier, leave. Who is this? A courtier, leave. There goes all of our money. So this is my spymaster. I'll keep her, and I can kick out one more person, who is going to be this guy. And I think that's actually it. The only people in my, wooden kind of palace stronghold sort of thing, the only 3 people that are left is Christina, who is in fact my spy master, my wife, and my son. So with that in mind, there is no one else I can appoint to these... oh, actually, no. My diviner can actually be my wife. Okay, she is a pretty poor diviner, but there we go. Oh boy. So, with all of that in mind, we can unpause the game, and we can start doing it. This is... this is probably not for the best, but, I mean, there we go. So, hopefully, at this point... Oh! Stop. Okay, so what is this? Appellant Counselor. Oh, we got a message from our liege. To the eloquent Chief Just, peace be with you. I would like to give you a seat on my council, and therefore offer you the title of Counselor. So, the fact that I have a very good state diplomacy, and my own diplomatic skill is quite high, this guy is going to tell me to assume the position of Counselor. So, the Council... The Chancellor, sorry. Yeah, I keep saying Counselor. No, I mean Chancellor. So the Chancellor is your advisor on matters of diplomacy. The position is traditionally considered the highest on the council. So I'm going to accept that, and bish bash boom, I have relocated from Sumi to his estate at the Sanquetas territory, and I'm going to be serving in his council. So there we go. Now, for some reason, the game has assigned this character with the stewardship interest, which is not really what we want, but there we go. And that's pretty much it. For now, the only thing we can do is wait, so I'm going to make the game go a little bit faster until we hit our next event. I have decided to institute the text-shifted burgher obligations law. All that is needed is the support of yourself and my loyal vassals. So, what he just did is, our liege has decided to shift the obligations of his followers towards something else. You can either ask more money from your followers, or more, say, levies. So he has decided to implement that we pay more taxes, but at the same time, we don't have to, like, offer up as much armies. I'm going to say it right now, if you play CK2, don't get upset if I get the mechanics wrong, because I'm not good at this game. So we're going to approve this, because we want him to feel yes about us. And there we go, the Lords of Sumi have approved the institution of the tax-shifted burghers obligations law. Boom, there we go. After I had made another courtier cry, the third one in a short week, I felt a little bit embarrassed. Is this really who I am? A cruel man who likes to hurt people? So, I was going to say, when we started the game, I decided to use the ruler designer to create a character from the ground up. I had to choose my traits in order to create the character, and the better the traits were, the older he got, and some of these negative ones, for example, Craven, reduced that age. So, with that in mind, what happened is that technically I kind of fricked myself in that, because if I started off as a 16-year-old, I would have actually gotten all of these traits myself as time goes on. It's really based on random chance, and I really wanted our liege to really like us. And the top number over here simply says that you can see all of the pluses that... Oh, no, that's Chief Justs. There we go. Ihala is currently happy with us simply because our state diplomacy and traditional status of women, which gives another +5, which is really strange because I'm also content. So it says liege opinion +25, but I don't see it. I mean, there we go. So, right now, is this really who I am? A cruel man who likes to hurt people. Who am I kidding? I love this. And that choosing this option is going to give us a 45% chance that Chief Just becomes cruel. And cruel basically means that this character is an evil sadist taking pleasure in the suffering of others. Morale damage more, intrigue +1, diplomacy -1, personal combat skill +3, and vassal opinion -5. We don't have vassals, we don't care. It's the diplomacy hit that I don't really like. Oh, Ku, what have I done? Forgive me, please. 45% that Chief Justice gains the kind trait, which at the same time gives a diplomacy +2, a vassal, and a same trait opinion +5. Though, here's the thing. I think we should be fine with this. So, I'm going to be kind of honest with you. When I was picking these traits kind of specifically for being appealing to the liege. So our guy is a craven, a content craven, and a socializer. So basically we're talking about a person who has gained these responsibilities and is loyal to his liege, but at the same time he seems to be someone who is very, very self-motivated and selfish. So I think I'm going to be kind just so to keep my position. And there we go. We rolled pretty well, and now we are also kind. So, my lord, Chiefess Talviki approaches me with excitement in her eyes. Would you do me the honor of bestowing a nickname upon me, my lord? You deserve a good name. So, this would lose me 50 prestige. That is exactly the opposite. Sorry, wife. This is our wife, by the way. I'm very sorry. What about Chief Talviki is going to be known as the Handsome? Okay, that's not going to give us anything. This gives her the nickname Festive, and she also has a better opinion on us. This one is free, and does not give anything. Oh, you'll get a nickname, alright? Chief Talviki will be known as the Mule, and changes -5 for 60 months. Unflattering nickname. I have more important things to do. I mean, yeah, sure, the Handsome. Let's go with that. You'll be fine. Oh. I missed out on that. I'm very sorry, actually. So, what is this? It looks like our court has become a little bit fuller again. Who are these people, and why are you here, and why oh, short reign -40. That's gonna be there for quite a while. So, I'm kinda looking at this. So, he has a son who is age 2. I'm looking for means to make him like me more, so I think this is going to be kind of interesting. Assign Guardian. I want to see if by chance I cannot give him to my liege. Actually, no. Assign Guardian. There we go. No. He seems to be a guardian of someone else. Okay, that's perfectly fine. Our court is full of people again, and I don't like that. So who do we have? Do we have anyone who is not ill-content? No? Well then stop becoming in my court, please. Let's keep going. I'm just currently waiting for the prestige to go to 50 so I can pick a trait. There are many deities whom you can choose to follow. Great Ukko, god of the sky and bringer of good harvest. His wife Akka, goddess of love and protection. Perhaps you will pray to Tepio or Melki, master and mistress of the hunt. You may also decide your worship on the slight temporal limpo. Ukko gives me stewardship, but less intrigue. Diplomacy, but less march... Okay, so I'm going to go for Akka, because she gives us more diplomacy. And I hope that I'm going to be... Okay, there we go. It double chose for some reason. Might be a side effect of the mod, I don't know. And there we go. So right now... So apparently something of the Byzantine Empire happened. It does not, in fact, concern us just yet. A few more months until we can pick that character focus, and hopefully nothing bad is going to happen until then. Because right now... Oh! I did it again. My liege was going to offer me something, and I... Okay, let's keep this... let's just keep this finger on the spacebar. Oh! There we go. A son was born to Christina and Tomo named Tomo. So this is my spy master. Okay, so this woman, who I currently have in my service, my spy master Christina, just had a son. Which is... Who is Tomo? Oh, my courtier. Okay, I see. But for some reason, this courtier is not married to her, so there we go. That's... okay. Follow the avatars. The Avatar God has established in Europe in 567 after the Evers... Oh, Evers. Oh, okay. I see. They have become no. Okay, what is this? Okay, there we go. Appoint commander. I'm not good at commanding. Sorry, I'm actually going to decline that. So, our dude is actually doing something. So, okay, our guy, our liege, is currently in an active war against someone else. So he is currently defending against King Sigurd in Swedish conquest of Samoa. Okay, so these guys over here, this is this dude, yeah. No, is it this dude? Yes, it's this dude. So these guys want to subjugate our liege. We didn't get much of a notice for that because we are too insignificant. It's our liege who is getting attacked, not us. But we're going to be the good people, and we're going to offer to join the war. So we're going to say, this is not going to happen, not on our... Like, we're not going to sit here and allow them to take away your rule. So we are going to... Ah, yes, there we go. Oh no. I don't think this is happening, my liege. And one more thing, I don't want myself to lead any armies, so that's not gonna happen. Oh no. So, this dude just caught our... Oh no. So there's a enemy army on my city and sieging it out. So, yeah, that kind of sucks. Gee, I hope this does not end. Yep, yes, defeat. Oh no, it's 100. Swedish conquest. Did he just actually conquer my liege? Yes, he did. Okay, let's kind of slow things down a little bit. But yeah, it looks like that's it. This guy had a lot more people than our liege, and so I think he just subjugated both of us. This does not change our... Yeah, this... I don't think this is going to change our overall goal. Your courtier... Wait. She is also not my spy master anymore. Oh no. Oh right, I'm here. I'm in the court of my liege. At court in Lina Setakuna. Yeah, guys, they just conquered Sumi, and they imprisoned both my wife and my son. So, you know, just in case, let's just turn safety on. And let's see what happens. Basically, we just have lost the war because it's currently at minus 100%, so we're going to have a message regarding that in just a moment. In just a moment. There we go. So, yeah, that just happened. So, King Sigurring has usurped the title of Chiefdom of Finland from the Just of Dot. So, what just happened? We lost our land. So this guy actually just freaking conquered what was Suomi and is now Finland. And because of that, we lost our title. Trent is not a thing anymore. So basically, yeah. So what just happened is we lost our land. I think... Okay, so that's kind of interesting. So, this is the thing that I talked about in the sense of... this mod actually does allow me to play as a unlanded person. So, if not for this mod, I would be dead right now. Because I lost Finland. So, that's it. So, what's happening? So, I have 4 people at court. Valtteri... Okay, I think I'm actually going to kick all of these people out. Because we're basically living on the street right now, so I really don't think that... Yeah, there we go. Now it's just me and my son. My wife is still in prison, by the way. So... Good luck, Talviki. I knew you for exactly 1 episode. Let's actually see what's going on. Where am I, though? Buy a mansion, gamble, pray, fight in the arena. Oh, this is fine. Yeah, okay. So this is going to be just fine. Just a moment, please. I'm trying to figure out... Can I specifically move to this location? I'm trying to figure out where am I. Oh, for vassalization. I don't have I don't have N vassal. Employment opportunity. While walking around the streets of all realm provinces, you stop to talk to a man by the name of Asko. After exchanging a few words, he offers you a job as a server. That works. That actually works. We have become a server. And also, we can finally pick a character focus. A little bit too late, but there we go. We just picked carousing, which allows us to make friends, basically. We organize balls, we organize banquets. So, yeah... That's the thing. Just a present event target... Okay, I'm going to just print screen this for later. That's the thing. So one of the things that I really want to try is... I'm going to invite our chief to a small feast. And basically this is just, you know, ex-chief just inviting the lead. Say, hey, remember how I used to be your... your vassal before you let the freaking Swipyords kill everything. So that's that. Okay, dear vassal, of course I will come feast with you. I will bring my best appetite. I'm not your vassal, technically speaking, but there we go. So in a few months after this prepares, my guests have arrived for the private feast I have arranged. It's time to let the carousing and the merriment begin. Let's get it started. And there we go. These days of revelry are all an excellent escape. So many laughs, so many intense conversations in such a short time, it brings me closer to my companions. I feel like good friends already. You're my best friend. And there we go. We just, yeah, see, 100, 100. This is perfect. So, yeah. We might have lost our land, we might have lost our cushy little job, But we are friends with the liege, so this is going to open us up to certain intrigue moments. So that's kind of interesting. Let's stop here for a while. Okay, ladies and gents, things are not going as planned, but we're trying our best. Perhaps we might even make sure that the great house of Vertinen does not die out because we let ourselves get conquered. So, yeah. Oh, this is not going well. Alright, gents, I will see you in the next episode.